everybody, Dr. Giggles here from the Hornapalooza podcast. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, Feartown 2021 review. Yes, it's coming out after they closed, so this isn't going to help you for this year. But I wanted to get my thoughts out about Feartown, the good, the bad, the ugly, etc., and all that. And we're going to do that. So before we get into that, make sure you subscribe after you watch this. Click notifications so you don't miss anything. And also, leave us a comment. Let us know what you felt about Feartown. Leave it down below in the comment section. Let us know what you like, what you hated. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm an idiot? Whatever. And just let you guys know, this is just my opinion. This isn't the law of haunted houses. This is just my opinion to help you guys decide where to spend your dollars, where's good, where's bad, etc., like that. Anyway, enough of my babble. Let's get into this. So, I had bought tickets originally for opening weekend, but it got rained out. The policy they had was you'd get a refund. You could go use it at Factory of Terror, or you could move the date. So I moved the date because I wanted to go to Feartown. Everybody knows. Let me get this out front. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of Feartown. I love what they do. I love their storylines. I love the actors, the characters, and the stuff that they do. That's fact. That's not bullshit. You know, everybody knows that I love the place. So I didn't want to miss it. So we went, and I'm gonna start off with like when you get there, you go through the sign. The first thing that kind of confused me was when I went in, there was a sign that said to the left, go to online tickets. Didn't say, hey, go through the clown mouth to go to the clown haunt. You know, nothing like that. To the right, there was the booth, and it said, go to the right to buy tickets at the door. And I talked to people, you know, there wasn't a sign or anything. Yes, I'm that idiot that asked and didn't figure it out. And I apologize to Feartown for that, just because it's set up different. I mean, they got a bigger midway, and instead of one long trail, they have 3 separate trails, about 15 minutes apiece. Now, before we get into anything else, I will state this. They had a worker shortage just like everybody else. That's not Feartown's fault, which it isn't. You know what I mean? There were a lot of people. I read other reviews, and the one thing that I want to put out there is those that are complaining about lack of actors, go fill out an application. This wasn't just Feartown. This was everywhere. Like every industry is feeling the pinch. And for whatever reason, maybe you didn't like the pay. Maybe you didn't, whatever your reasons are, maybe you're afraid of COVID. Maybe you're just not ready to get back into the workforce, whatever. But if you're going and complaining about worker shortages anywhere, whether it's retail, fast food, haunted houses, theme parks, whatever you're into, shut your mouth and go fill an application and go fill the spot and learn how to do it. Because you don't know what it's like to work in a haunted attraction and you got less workers and you don't have it and you got to work extra hard and you're running out of steam and it's crazy. I'm not sitting here trying to defend them, but at the point, that needs to be said about any review that comes out, whether it's from me or anybody else. I take pride in making sure that I'm not running people under the bus. But I will say that the worker shortage did hurt them in certain areas and it was okay in others. It's just, I felt myself like the Midway, loved it. They had different games. You could play coffin ring toss, skeleton basketball, life-size operation. They had an escape room for one person. You had to do these things. Cool. 4D asylum. They had axe throwing. They had break a plate. The only thing about the games that I didn't like is they didn't have prizes, so to speak. Like when you go to a carnival, a theme park, wherever, usually there's stuffed animals, there's toys, there's something. I didn't notice. And I didn't play any of the games. I did go to the 4D Asylum, and I enjoyed that. You know, I like where they were going. It's an audio experience. Loved it. I'm still trying to figure out who the character was. It kind of looked like Cousin It, but black. It was like long hair with a veil. And I could tell that they had glasses on. I think I know who it is, but I don't know who that character is. So if you're watching this, let us know in the comments down below who that was. Whoever that was, that character was hilarious. We were bantering back and forth, just having fun. They knew a lot about me. They knew a lot about like my pinball machines and obviously this podcast and YouTube and all that. And I didn't know who it was, but I think I do. You know, I was trying to run through who I knew and who it could be. Maybe I got it and maybe I don't. Hopefully someone will tell me. That's what I hope. The other thing that I really loved that they had, like with the games and the asylum and the escape room and all that, you had to use tokens. And I think the tokens, each token's value was like $3. It seemed like if you wanted to put a dollar amount to it, that's what it felt like to me. I could be wrong. Could be $1. I have no idea. So back to the ticket, they had regular ticket. I forgot how much it was for when I bought it, but it was like $40, $44 with tax and everything. You got 10 tokens and you got in the thing. So what you had to do was you had to go through the clown mount to get to the, what is it, Mr. Snoozes, and I apologize for butchering the name, Traveling Circus. The clown said that I wasn't feeling, it's not biased, just, again, the worker shortage hurt it. The workers they had were pretty cool. They were funny. They were doing all kinds of things. They had the one with the cigarette packs and bumming cigarettes, and they had people with horns and people, the characters they had were doing their due diligence. It's not the workers that you had. It was just not enough. And I understand this has got to do with COVID. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to kiss butt, and I'm not trying to be a jerk about it, but I'm used to years past before COVID. And, between COVID and the workers and all this stuff, that's what's affecting it. It's not anything that Feartown did itself. They couldn't control not getting workers to work. When you can't get people to come work, what are you supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is make the best of what you got, and that's what you did. I personally didn't really love, there was things, like I loved the clown bathroom, that was funny. There was other little pieces that I did like. I always loved that room that makes you feel like you're tilting, that weird offshoot room. I always love that gag. Even when I see it in theme parks, I enjoy it. I like it. Now, this next haunt that I'm going to tell you about, I really loved. I love the church. I don't know if it's a church or a castle, but it seemed like a church to me. The facade, the inside was beautiful. The creatures were beautiful. I liked the storyline that had zombie energy drink, and you could buy that zombie energy drink at the merch booth. Because it was called Zombie Energy was the name of this haunted attraction. It was definitely my favorite, and I thought it was the best one that they had done. It was really done well. The next one was Prey, and unfortunately I don't remember too much about it. It just wasn't one that I was like, oh, this is great. Again, worker shortage. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And I keep emphasizing that because I don't want people go, oh, screw that, I ain't going again. This year across every industry is having this problem. And I just don't want to see any haunted attraction suffer because of that. But what are you going to do? What can you do? You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. And it's unfortunate that the owners have to deal with that. You know what I mean? I would probably, unfortunately this year, give Feartown a 3 out of 5. Usually that's a 5 out of 5 for me. The worker shortage, though not their fault and they couldn't control that, it really did hurt the event. There was, actors before this, plentiful, everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody's firing off on all cylinders. And the actors that they had were doing a great job. It wasn't like, oh, screw them, they were doing terrible. It's just, when you're used to seeing a ton and now you see minuscule numbers of actors, again, it's not Feartown's fault. It's not any haunt's fault. You know what I mean? You put the word out, you're promoting that you're hiring people, and it's up to the people to decide if they want to work there or not. People are on this kick where, all they want to do is trash a haunted attraction because of lack of actors, but they're not willing to help the problem by filling an application out and getting in there. But overall, I love where they're going with it. And I hope they just keep experimenting and trying new things, because you can't stay stagnant, you can't stay the same, you have to change. To the haunted attractions that just keep the same thing going for 4 or 5 years, I stopped going here because of that. I could see 2 or 3 years being the same, trying to get your money back for what you spent on the props and the money spent building and effects and stuff like that. Really 2 to 3 years you should be changing your haunted attraction. You can repurpose a lot of stuff. But you should be changing the story, changing everything. And I know Feartown, for a fact, is always changing every year. That's what I love about it. I love their storylines to their haunted attractions. I love the effects that they have going on. They have a lot of stuff. Just unfortunately this year I wasn't feeling it. And I think it was just because of the lack of workers, which again was not their fault. But I hope they continue to evolve as they are, because they're showing that they're not afraid to take chances, and that's what I like. You're not going to be successful every time, but when you do, you got to hit, and then you just keep tweaking and reworking. That's just my advice. It's not my attraction. It's not my money. But for me, for my opinion, I had fun. I'm not going to lie. I didn't be like, oh, this was the worst thing since sliced bread. No. Did I have fun? Yes. Did I absolutely positively love it this year? No. Do I have faith that next year will be better? Of course I do. I'm hoping we're in a better environment where more people are willing to step up and go to work. So remember this. This is my final thought. If you're a complainer about lack of workers, and all you want to do is trash, and everybody's entitled to an opinion, and that's fine. I have an opinion. You listen to mine, and you may not agree or agree. But go fill out that application. Go fill. You don't know until you try it. I'm telling you. Once you get it, most people, I would say 9 out of 10 people get the haunt bug. And then they just love it. You know what I mean? It's fun. You're making new friends. You're hanging out. You're torturing people. You're scaring people. You're having fun. And you get paid to do it. Yes, it's not a career, but it's fun to do for the month of October. You know what I mean? Go out there. Go have fun. Go work it. I'm telling you. Go try it out. Go fill out that application and go help other haunted attractions that need the workers for next year. I'm telling you. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree, disagree, etc. Why not? Just let us know. Till next time, everybody, stay spooky, y'all. Peace.